Marshall in the middle.
I went through jump master school was the year the C-130 and the F-16 collided. So that was, other than combat, that was my most traumatic experience ever. And we were doing 40, 20, 40. I want to say I was in the harness. So when we came out, I was not going to be in the harness. This is when we were on jump master school was right there on Pope. We had the building, I forget what they call the overhang, where we go and put our chutes on and everything like that. And so when it happened, I mean, it felt like the whole world was it felt like we were being attacked. And, been war. So, you're getting shot at, who's doing the shooting, but, even though fratricide happens. But this time we didn't know nothing. And it was like flames were coming. The aircraft had crashed, I'd say 30 feet, maybe 30 to 40 feet to my front. And there was that one tree. I don't know if you remember that one big tree. And then you had the mocks, right? Flames shot up over the tree. I'm standing out there like this right here. And I'm thinking the whole time, this is it. This is it. This is the day. And the flame shot up over that tree and it just stopped. I mean, it stayed right there, and then, like they say, the 3-second rule, my 3 seconds was up, boom, started running that way. We all ran into the classroom thing, and we're all ready, panicking. We open the doors, we're watching what's going on. And the first burn victim, comes up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, everybody starts panicking. We take off out of there. And one compliment to the Army, and this is not to be facetious or ugly, the Army underwear, I think, is burn proof, because believe it or not, on a lot of the burn victims, the only thing that didn't burn off was their underwear. And I'm, and you're like in shock, because you later on in life you want to make jokes about it, because then you can joke about it. But at first I couldn't. But I just was like, unreal. I mean, they were burned, the ears burned. So we ran out there. I put a guy out on fire, and we started moving people. Boom, 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 boom. We put them on wood. We tore down the wood signs, everything. The vehicles. But see, I still didn't fathom what was going on, because the C-130, the F-16, they ejected. The F-16 crashed on the runway, hit the C-130 that was there, came up into the mock doors and all the jumpers, whatever. I want to say when it was that day, we lost 23, might not have been, but the total that I remember was we lost 23 paratroopers that day. My jump master class, because it carries a different meaning to me, because, when I went through, some of us had bandages on our hands from the burn. Captain Danner was one that he burned his hands. That's how I know not to put your hands on anybody if they're on fire with JP4 fuel. Don't touch them. It don't go out like that. So he's burning his hands, he's squealing, and I'm like trying to push dirt on the guy. We got the guy out on fire. We toted him. And you ever have those moments when you're in the wrong place at the right time? And that was it. We put this guy on a piece of wood, put the wood on the back of a deuce and half. I think it had a flat tire. We didn't care. We drove the deuce and half to the hospital, to Womack. I put this guy on there, and I'm the only one on the truck with this guy. I'm like, how did that just happen? 4 of us came in, put the wood down, and they're gone. And I'm going, oh snap. Because I'm like, he ain't going by himself. I'm gonna have to go with him. And about that time, another burn victim, another soldier, hey, I'm with him, blah, 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 I'll go with him. And I was like, whew. I mean, it was just, there was so much emotion going. Man. Then the next thing you know, I want to say it was the SF showed up, and they started moving the paratroopers who made their final jump. They were moving them over here. And that's when I got mad, because, you in life, for those of us that it was a life, not just a job. When we moved them, you know, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take the wounded and all that and get them out of the where, because it's separation and all that. So, you know, you don't see them. But, you know, we put them over there and they put a bag on them. And I was like, man, they just made the ultimate sacrifice. Are you out of your mind? And, you know, but my emotions were all over the place. And I remember going back to the unit and the smell, you'll never get used to that smell. It never goes away, man. And I don't wish that on anybody, but I mean, you know, in combat, it's the same thing. And went back to the unit, and I wasn't married at that time, but it woke me up, man, you know, because what do you have in life to show that you lived? And up until that, I mean, John Master School was 40-20-40 can brace, oh, squad. And I just, from then on out, I was like, I'm a pass. I'm a pass. It didn't matter, whatever. I mean, I'd go home and they tell you not to, but I would stand in front of the mirror and I would tell myself, tilt your head to the rear. And I would mirror myself doing it. And I mean, I was blessed. I was a first time go. After the incident happened, we went back, we got to finish our jump master course because that's all I wanted. You know, I was upset at how the thing went down. I mean, I'm more upset that it even happened because my belief is if we lose one, that's one too many. Now I'm not it's like I told somebody once, you know, they always ask, are you suicidal? No. Are you crazy? I'm homicidal. I ain't a suicidal bone in my body.
Marshall in the middle.